Have you heard the news? Trimet is one of 150 transit agencies across the country who got some money from the FTA thanks to Biden's infrastructure bill. They got $5.6 million and decided to put that toward Beaverton Transit Center and to upgrade and expand it. There's not a whole lot of details that have been released to the public of what it might look like, but from what I understand, it will be an expansion project. It will become physically larger, as well as replacing all of the existing areas. The break room will be upgraded. Just in general, the whole thing will be updated. As part of the project, electric bus chargers will be added to some of the bus bays. Construction is expected to begin in spring 2025 and last for about a year. That's right, it is going to be a mess for a while. I definitely will have to go out and film that, but we'll see where this channel is in 2025. But I am beyond excited for this. Beaverton Transit Center is my local transit center. Now, I've said before that my local MAX station is the beginning of the line at Hatfield Government Center. So wouldn't the Hillsborough Central Transit Center be my local transit center? Or maybe Willow Creek? No, it's Beaverton Transit Center. I board and exit through more buses at this transit center than at any other transit center. It's the largest transit center west of the Willamette. Take a drink every time I've said transit center in this video. If you ever see some weirdo out there that's holding a camcorder filming buses there at BTC, as it's sometimes abbreviated, it might be me. I am very, very excited for this project, and I will link the page for it in the description if you want to check it out yourself. Okay, so how do I envision Beaverton Transit Center being in the future? Just bigger, brighter, better. A few years ago, Trimet changed the operations here. It used to be where buses would pull into their bay. Each bus line had a bay that it would park in. And it was just one spot, and that was pretty much it. But they changed it to where there are now 2 pickup locations, in the outer loop and in the inner loop, and then the buses can park anywhere within there so that you can fit a bunch of buses taking a break. So remember, there used to be around 10-ish bus bays at Beaverton Transit Center that you could board from, and now there are 2 areas to board buses. Okay, but why am I bringing this up? Well, there are some remnants of old days. There are still shelters in them that you can wait at where you don't board buses. The shelters don't need to exist, and there's a whole bunch of them. So those could probably be removed, and the new waiting areas would be at the pickup locations only for the buses. There wouldn't be a need for random shelters everywhere because you're not boarding buses from there. Then the main structure that sits right in the middle of Beaverton Transit Center could be expanded and reconstructed to include new break rooms, new storage rooms, really anything that's needed. Large portions of that inner loop of buses where you'll board the 20, 54, 57, large portions of that space is nothing. It's kind of nothing. So it would be nice to see this space used. It would be nice to see it actually more up to date. A huge thing for me would be to add the ability for articulated buses. That way, if you're going to build an FX line for TV Highway, it makes it a lot easier, or just rolling out articulated buses to the rest of the fleet. And to do that, where we have those current bays that kind of do this, where you can store a 40-foot bus, instead, if you kind of just make it flat, then you could store a 40-foot or 60-foot bus there. Want some examples? I will link these 3 locations below, but here is some Seattle transit centers. A place where lots of 60-foot buses roam. You have the Mount Baker Transit Center, Montlake Transit Center, and Ashway Park and Ride, just to name a few examples. This is how they organize 60-foot buses in their transit centers. This is definitely an exciting upgrade that I'm looking forward to, as I've said in here before, even though construction is going to be a mess. But stay tuned for videos of that in a few years, and I will see you soon.